Hello, everyone. I tried to make this video on campus, but it seems like the UW's Wi-Fi was not working. So I had to contact the IT department and let them know that I was in front of the Memorial Library and the Wi-Fi just kept going off and on. So if I was, say, a current student trying to send my homework in or try to do something, the Wi-Fi wasn't working very well. So right now I'm at the public library because it's much quieter, and so I can explain what has been going on since last week, and keeping you guys up to date about my employer and what they are doing to protect and to serve to the employees. The organization that I work for, I contacted HR. I contacted actually my director and forwarded those messages, and he forwarded to his boss, and also communications with HR. Now, I was told that someone for HR should get back with me within 72 hours to figure what to do about the situation because the situation has turned up as threats are being made. The person said that his family works for the CIA and that basically can torture me doing waterboarding acts of torture. And then he got the nerve to say that he called ICE, immigration enforcement, to have me arrested. So, and obviously he was pretty much under the influence at the time. So I contacted HR and let them know about the situation at hand. And as someone that was a former student, but do consulting for students if they need help with some things like housing, and a lot of students, especially Chinese and Japanese, would say that I help them quite a bit when helping them find proper roommates. I never had an issue until coming back to Madison. Uh, this is just like this is literally like the sixth attack here within the last 9 months. Now, this person threatened to, terminate me. He's not an employer, by the way. He's an employee. Hi, David. Uh, uh, and basically, nothing's been done. It's been almost a week. No one for HR has contacted me. So Monday, I went to Chicago to get some legal services. So I went to the immigration office to report this discrimination because right now I'm entitled to file a discrimination and what is this? Discrimination and civil rights, human rights and civil rights uh, claim against their employer for not doing anything about the situation. This all started because one, I was led to believe that this person is here to help the organization get a lot of the missing gaps filled in. So, as someone that was helping and supervising over someone's work ethics, he didn't like that. He stated that he's a social worker and someone like me, low tier, should not tell him what to do because he believed that I don't have the qualifications to do that. And this is not what I was about. It was originally about trying to get him to play catch up, but also understand how service point work within the system. Now, yes, service point is not a perfect system to work with, but I worked my way around working those errors and those kinks, and I found a simple way how to get around those. And I was trying to teach him for a month and a half. I've been with the organization since May, right? And what has taken place was he just came on board August. And now it's August 25th. So when he first came on board, he said he knew how to work Service Point. He did not obviously know how to work Service Point. Until this day, he's still making errors and still making mistakes as of today. And it's almost 2 months. And I think that HR should address this issue and also DIS. Now, we just had a meeting yesterday about it, and I talked about certain things that, you know, that separates me as someone that studies Asian Pacific Asian mental health crisis compared to U.S. crisis, and it's a lot different. Here, there's structures, there's centers, there's recovery, there's places to go, but in Japan, it is not as simple. It is hard to deal with mental health in a lot of ways. Japan has a higher rate of suicides because of this, and a lot of depression. Work hours is a plus. Sometimes abuse at the work office is a plus. This is where this gentleman comes out with the text messages. If you want to see the first video, you can go back and see the first video a couple of days ago. Um, and I showed the text messages where you guys could see it that he left very threatening text messages. Now, I take those very, very seriously. This is why I got legal involved in a way. They did a background check. Turns out, if I was to show you guys what we found, you would be highly disturbed by what the findings on this individual and how did he get this position in the first place, knowing that he was capable of committing these acts and not only other acts of identity theft. Now, I won't not share in this video because of legal purposes, but I do not want to actually uh, defamate this individual quite yet, unless it's in court and in front of HR when that ever comes about. Whenever they contact me, I feel like HR is not responsive enough to call me and say, "Hey, I heard you had a problem last week. It's Monday. How can we help you with this problem?" No call whatsoever. Instead, I'm sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I decided on Monday, let's go to Chicago, let's go to the immigration office, let me find some human rights protections and some documents. Let me go ahead and see what can legal do for me as a dual citizen and also protect me from individuals that can cause harm to another individual. I wasn't just doing this for me, but I'm also doing it for the clients. Because when we found out something about this gentleman, I said, this is why I always had this suspicion about his work ethics. I feel like he was doing things that were very unorthodox, lying quite a bit, and everyone lies, even I. I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. No one's a saint. And that's what the world we live in. As long as we humans, we always try to do something to avoid confrontation. So sometimes we lie. But when you lie and say that your family works for the CIA and they're going to come after me and do waterboarding techniques, which is it's it's that's a threat that you're willing to go that far because I'm an employee of the month. That's really highly disturbing. Then you got the nerve to call and claim that you called immigration ICE on me, which, sorry, uh, they're not worried about someone that is actually legally here, legally, and got their paperwork. I pay taxes for one. So they're not going to tax someone that are paying taxes. Well, technically they can because they just took a man recently that's been here for 30 years to own a business, and apparently he didn't have the right paperwork done, and they deported his ass right back to his native country, and now he has a closed business here. So it could happen, but the point is, he makes threats. That entirely should be automatic, a determination to terminate him from employment. You do not threaten staff because you don't want to listen to how I'm telling you this is how this should be done. You do not want to listen because I'm telling you what the procedures are and the policies. We just had a meeting about this policy and explaining the things, and now he understands that I was right the whole entire time. Is he going to regret what he did? We don't know. I'm not inside his brain to order to understand who he is, but I do understand him as a person that is insane and mentally unstable, an alcohol abuser. Obviously, those text messages at 3:20 in the morning, you are under the influence, and that's not the only time he has sent ransom, unorthodox text messages. Now, I have to pay for legal. Now, I tried to make this video on campus earlier, about 20 minutes, half hour ago, and the Wi-Fi is just terrible. Now I have to spend money for legal to protect me, but also represent me when this ever happens. When HR contacts me, that's when I contact legal. Now I got to spend hundreds of dollars just to, you know, deal with this ordeal, which I should not have to do that. That's HR's job to do that. That's the organization's HR department's job to do it. Now, I'm thinking about again terminating myself from this employment, sending in my 2 weeks. So the only job I would have is the photography and the freelance consultant with students at the university. I do not want to be involved with the organization that can maintain or deal with the issue right away, up in hand, and it should not take 72 hours for someone to talk with me to get my side of the story. But even though I already sent them documents, they should still contact me and explain and see what they can do for me, because I'm the one's being attacked here. No one's attacking him. He's attacking me because I'm telling him what his job description is. I'm telling him you're doing it wrong. I have to fix your mistakes. Not only that, I'm getting yelled at my bosses because he's making a mistake after me and other colleagues have told him you can't do it this way. You have to do this way. How you not know what to do? You were given a homework assignment how to work service point when doing processing and assessment on on individuals that come through our our organization for services. You claim that you do and you still don't know how to do it. That raises questions for me, but also raises a question: is he capable of catching up to where we are right now? I've only been working there since May, and within the first 2 weeks, got everything down to a niche where even my director was impressed, calling me a show off. Like, oh, you're doing a better job than me. I even caught my director making a mistake. And he goes, that doesn't count. I said, no, that's a win for me because I caught you. Ha. And me and my director, we are on cool terms, and he understands that the only thing I'm trying to do is make life better for other people, not make it worse for other people. That's why clients respect me more when they see me all the time, even when I'm not working at the organization or at the office. I am being talked to, I'm being asked questions, even out on the street when I'm walking from the UW or going to lunch, or even at night. Hey, Keiki, can I come talk to you for a minute? Sure, why not? What's up? I talk to these guys and the clients, and they tell me they're going through a rough time. And the chronic homelessness is a disease, okay? In my opinion, it's a disease that affects because humans created this problem. Imagine a system that supported every single human being. No money is involved. It's all by currency. Or just use Bitcoin as an example. Every human being would get a piece of a Bitcoin every month. It's like an allowance, right? Imagine we had a system like that. There was no more chronic homelessness. But we have a system where it is it is categorized as, oh, if you don't do well, you can't get money. I think everyone is entitled to a life, a better life, less mental health problems, less control, even though there should be rules in place in life, but still, I just feel that if we didn't have such a structure in our society today, I think life would be a little bit better for everyone. But at this time, we only can do our best to supply and support those that are in need. Oh, there's my boss. Okay, so uh-oh. Okay, that was my other boss just now. It's about the suspicions, and I'm going to respond to her. But at this time, I'm talking to you guys because you're my audience. You guys know what I've been for the last 4 years, from Japan to Paris to New York to Vancouver to traveling and trying to see where I belong. I don't belong here. I truly don't. I got people trying to. It's a hate crime. What he did was a hate crime, and he should be arrested for those hate crimes. And hate crimes are now taken seriously in this country. In other countries, it may not be taken as serious, but when someone poses a hate crime, and I think it should be addressed. But um, yeah, at this time, I just feel very uncomfortable. I'm thinking about giving everyone my 2 week notice because I kind of want to move on to something better. I, I do want to move on to something that's going to be much more reasonable. Now, you guys want to support me with the legal problem? You guys can do that with the PayPal link. I don't, you know, but I just spent $600 Monday, money that should have went to rent. But you know what? It's all worth it because now people know what this gentleman is capable of, and I got, you know, uh, legal taking action. But if I'm going to fully hire the legal team, uh, I need to make sure that I have enough money in my savings. I've been saving quite a bit. I was going to buy a camera, but no, the money went to legal stuff. But and I was going to wait to New York to buy a camera at B&H, but now I can't. So, and I was going to buy, yes, I was going to buy a Sony A7 III and buy an A mount adapter to mount on A mount lenses to the E mount. But I can't do that now. So I'm kind of in a situation where I'm also upset that this unfortunate event happened. But I'm also upset that no one's contacted me about any of this situation or resolving this situation as soon as possible. And I'm keeping text messages, I'm keeping email, I'm keeping all the stuff that this gentleman and this sent me. But keep in mind, he still to this day doesn't know that he actually sent those text messages to me. That's how I'm not going to use the word. This is how unintelligent. This is how he's not intelligent enough to know that, hey, maybe you should take your text messages and look at who you sent this to. But he doesn't have an idea whatsoever that he sent me those text messages because he was under the influence. He was upset because I was employee of the month. Listen, I didn't want that in the first place. I wasn't trying to be employee of the month. I didn't even actually know they had an employee of the month. I really don't care for it. Like, I really don't. I don't. I'm just trying to do a job that I was told to do according to procedure. That's all. If you hate that, then maybe this is not the place for me, or maybe this is not the place for him. But when someone intervenes and threatens me, I take that really highly seriously. If someone threatens you and you need my help, I'm going to help you too and figure this out as a team. But right now, I just feel like I don't have anyone here on my corner at this time. So the only way I can have people in my corner is you guys. Some of you guys are already in my corner. This is why I make the content. I haven't been making any content recently on photography, really, or making videos, or no ads, no time lapses, no long exposures, no night photography. I wanted to do that, but about the time I'm done with work at night, I'm done like 10:30, 11. I'm so tired. Then I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I gotta get my jog on to stay fit. I gotta eat right, and then I'm at the university by 7 o'clock, 7:30, and then I'm just talking to students and seeing if they need any assistance with something. But I always let them know that I'm always on campus grounds because as a member of the UW, I am entitled to just like walk around and use the conference rooms and use the facility. I even take sometimes the sailboats out and just get away from all the drama that's happening here in Madison. It doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel as comfortable anymore. So I'm thinking about going back to Paris or going back to Osaka to just leave this all behind. Like, and maybe when the organization wants to be serious and wants to rehire me, say, hey, we changed our policy. We really like what you do. We want you to come back. Is there a possibility you coming back to Madison at some point? I always will come back to Madison, but this is why I don't want to work for anyone in Madison because these conflicts, these individuals are causing more conflict than they shouldn't have to be. No one should be depressed or stressed about and worry about someone targeted target them for something they're just trying to do and help you succeed. So, uh, other than that, I am in limbo here, and I think I'm going to probably give in my resignation 2 week notice. I got into Friday to think about this, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think I should, or you think I should stick it to this guy and sue for human rights? What is it? It's a human rights discrimination claim and complaint. Uh, Also file for emotional distress on this matter, um, and because this should not happen in any workplace whatsoever. Like I said, I'm just trying to do what is entitled for me. I'm only doing what is right. That's all. So it's only fair to say that I'm covering my ass without talking to this individual. Like yesterday, I wasn't directly talking to him in the meeting. I was talking to everyone. Listen, this is our policies here. Some people believe that our policies, they can, think they can change it. We don't let men or clients in at a certain time due to our safety. Listen, I already got a table thrown at me. I've been threatened several times. These are unstable individuals because of the the chronic homelessness that's taking place. It affects them mentally and emotionally. So you will make HR fix it, document everything. I've been documenting everything. You're right. I should, but HR should at least call me within 72 hours. This happened last week. It's now Wednesday. A full week has passed, and I feel like no one's answering the call. And the call is you need to address the threatening because that's not allowed. And especially when someone is using and claiming government illegal government tactics and then trying to call immigration on me for what? So you can get me fired so you can look like a good guy and lie again to colleagues, and even though the colleagues already know you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of shit. Gentlemen, can I ask you a question? And ladies, can you buy a USB encrypted thumb drive anywhere? Yes. He tells another colleague you can't get these anywhere. So let me tell you, Iron Key is one of those manufacturers that is actually under the title name of Kingston that makes these 256 AEC encrypted USB thumb drives. He tells a colleague that he got this from the government. You're not a government employee. Government employees don't send civilians stuff like that. One, those are highly expensive. Two, I saw the one that he had. Yes, and I found it on Amazon for $66. So, so it's like I had to inform my colleagues, like, I'd be careful if I were you because he's lying. Let me show you. That's the same thumb drive on Amazon. So did he really get that from a government agency? No, because his back history doesn't add up either. So I just want my colleagues that are working with him to understand that I'm not trying to have them against him. I'm just only trying to tell them to be extremely careful what you tell him. Don't tell him any personal stuff about your life. Don't tell him. And that's why he's probably upset too. Because I don't invite him to go to the Robin Room or to Morrison Ramen or to the UW. I invited everyone else but him because he gave up a very bad vibe. Not only that, you're taking documents out of the office that should not be taken out of the office. You're taking them home when they are not supposed to leave that office because those documents have sensitive information on it. And you could lose those information, and now someone else on the street or anywhere has that information. So, as I was saying before, like I ask colleagues to come with me, hang out around and get to meet another part of people that I trust. People don't judge me here. Well, people do judge me here, but those that I do hang out at local businesses, Morrison Robin Room, the UW, they look past my pain and suffering. They look past the dental. They look past all that. They see a smart guy that is going to a lot of emotional issues right now due to some past events. But I never take that out. Well, recently I did take it out on someone because he used my family, my deceased loved ones, as a way to torment me, and I got upset. But they know, people here know that I don't take my personal problems and take it out on you. I don't do that. So my life is not easy, and it's not hard either, but it is also at the same time complicated because before I had, let me explain. Now I have a purpose, but before all the tragedy, my purpose was to be a better father and have fun being a fun father. I didn't want to be those, I wanted to be strict, but at a certain extent. I wanted to be that cool papa that would, you know, open his mind. Yeah, when she gets older, yeah, I'm gonna have to punk some boys. So like, no sex. As a father, you guys know, but like, come home at a certain time. Well, in Japanese culture, Japan is safe, so time for me is not really an issue. It was more of how the way of young people today are growing up and growing up too fast, you know. So, but that was taken from me, and I kind of got miserable. Started drinking sake and soju. Started smoking marijuana, and that was the only thing I was doing. Even though it is really hard to get that stuff in Japan, but you know, and coming to the States, it was easy to get my hands on marijuana. But even in London, it's easy to get marijuana. It's like, but in Japan, hard as fuck, and then expensive, expensive, like literally expensive. Like it's like you see this mouse, $40 for the mouse, right? That was like me getting like an eighth of small amount like that. I'm just being honest with you and very transparent. When I was doing stuff, abusing my body back then, I just gave up. I literally did some stuff that I regret to myself, but never did any other drugs other than marijuana. But just sharing this with you guys is important. And now I understand now today that I feel really, really bad for doing that to myself. So the only way for me to fix some of the issues is to stop living the life that I was living, being so spoiled. And I'm kind of happy that I'm not spoiled by my parents anymore. I'm glad that I'm disowned. I'm glad that I'm not getting money from my parents. I'm not getting really no help from them anymore. I'm glad that I'm learning to adjust to my own financial needs when I necessarily have it and what to spend. But lately, the jobs that I did have here were paying good, but still not enough. Not enough to pay for, not enough to pay for rent in a nice location because Madison has changed a lot. All these locations, when I was a student here, I tell you, me, Chie, and Julie got a three-bedroom apartment for $720. That same apartment today is now $1,800. Yeah, it's expensive. So life for everyone, no matter where you are, it's a struggle. But I look at life as this. If I wake up the next day with the sun brightened, even if it's a cloudy day, the sun's still out. As long as I can see a little bit of sunlight come through the window, that should be all that should be what I only care about. Waking up the next day, seeing a better day, and making the next day better, and continue on with that path. That's all. And I like to go out and I like to eat some great food. Like last night, I went out to Morrison Ramen and they had a veggie dish. I was like pumped for it, and it was so damn delicious that I posted on my Instagram. And it's priced on my Instagram because I was extremely hungry because I only try to eat once a day because I'm on a financially budget, and the dish only cost $10, but it was $10 of a Japanese experience that you would never say it was not worth it. I like authentic Japanese food and Korean food. and Chinese food. I'm sorry, but a lot of these Chinese restaurants that say Szechuan pepper, no, that's not Szechuan. That's some no. Szechuan pepper is super spicy, super flavorful, and delicious. So I have a hard time looking for a right place to eat in Madison because everyone eats a lot of cheese and dairy and meat and pork. Everything is meat consumption. So it's really hard to find a vegan pescatarian dish to enjoy and try to have the needs to actually support myself doing it. But I also got bills. I got website bills, I got phone bills, I just paid for my Hostel International renew on my membership. So when I travel to international hostels, I get super discounts up to 50% off on car rentals, hotel fees, travel expenses, and all that other stuff. I also pay for my UW membership because apparently, uh, no, not apparently, I lost the stupid membership ID card, and I had to pay for the lost ID card, which is unfortunate. And then I got other bills I gotta pay for the website. I pay my website month to month, and I'm not finished with the new website. It's the Panda Photographer. It's going to be thepandaphotographer.com, but I'm not really finished with it. I got a lot of work. I haven't even touched that in a while, so it's been really busy for me. It's been a really hectic summer going on in fall and September, and the temperature is getting cooler at night. So, uh, yeah, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to be going to New York for Photo Plus because I have a pass to go. I'm worried about financial things because New York is highly expensive. I want to see my Japanese friends. I want to see Tag, Yuma. I want to see Mickey. Definitely want to see Mickey. Beautiful girl. Oh my gosh, so beautiful and so sweet. Oh, and she loves oysters. Gotta hang out with a girl that loves oysters. I'm sorry. That's my win-win. Girl that loves oysters and loves people, love doing photography and makeup. That's a win-win for me. But I also got other friends in New York that I want to visit. But it's the financial part that kind of is I'm worried about because the ticket flying there is 400. Hotel fees for the 4 days. Oh, ouch! Like I'm broke. There you go. I'm broke. I got no money to spend. I wanted to just eat out the garbage cans in New York because people waste food all the time in New York. So, let's be a hobo for 4 days. But no, I'm just that's my humor. But yeah, but in reality, it's just a struggle trying to keep up and pay for all the bills and try to do the right thing. That's all. And me giving out donations too. I'm a sucker for helping people, I guess. But when it comes down to children's things, oh, I'm a big sucker for it. But it's to me, am I really a sucker for it, or am I a winner for doing it? And I think I'm both because that can also damage me long term. It's like, oh, I could have used that extra $10 instead of me donating $20. I could donate $10, and $10 can literally I can survive on $10 for 2 days. Believe it or not, all I need is I got free water. I don't need to buy beverages. I don't drink pop. So that's the end of the question. I don't drink pop. Now, beer, sometimes I get that on the house. And sometimes I don't. And respectfully, I like to tip reasonable well and show the hospitality when I go to the Robin Room or Morrison Ramen or the UW to hang out there or uh, yeah, that's really what I hang out. That's because I only hang out there for an hour and my whole entire day, and then I just go home and just like I'm tired. I take a shower in the morning, and I like to take showers before I go to bed because I don't want all the filth and dirt on my sheets in bed because that's just unsanitary. You go to bed with all that filth outside and dirt. That's kind of disgusting in a lot of ways. But some people have their own ways how they want to stay clean and they want to smell fresh when they get out the door. But that's how you get sick faster too. When you take a shower and you leave out the door, this is how people get sick. So, and I have not been sick in like 2 months. So I'm pretty good. So I'm very grateful that, and this is, dude, like Japanese culture, most Japanese take showers before they go to bed anyway. So they don't have to take a shower in the morning. Just get up and brush their teeth, clean their face, makeup. Well, for women's makeup, but some men is makeup too, or blemishes, or gotta look smooth and young. Gotta shave sometime maybe. I don't know. But right now I'm kind of in this place where I want to protect my rights. I want to protect who I am, and I don't want some ass hat destroying that or trying to destroy that or causing problems because he doesn't like how I do things. Because you think you have a different expectation how this should work. I'm sorry, you can have all the experience in the world, and any psychologist will tell you we are not perfect people. We all make mistakes, even when we are professional at what we do. We make mistakes. Period. He doesn't believe he can make a mistake. He's so righteous. Mind you, he's not African American. He's not African. He speaks very little English, but you have a Spanish orient. You have a Spanish history, but you can't speak Spanish, so you rely on Google Translation. Sometimes I don't trust Google Translation, especially when I have to speak Brazilian. I don't trust it because it's inaccurate. So I just go online and read books and study. That would be the smart and best thing to do is catch up on because I met a Brazilian photographer yesterday. Actually, do I have his card? I think I have his card still. Yes, I do. Here it is. I have his card here. So he is traveling throughout the United States, taking really nice photography pictures. Uh, I just, this is his, I guess this is where you can find him under that name. And like, I told him to just follow me on social media and join some of the photography Facebook groups and stuff like that, and have you know. But I try to keep everything minimal, so I don't carry much. And got my card, which I don't really need because I pay everything through my phone, so therefore I don't have cash on me. There's a reason why that is because people beg for money all the time here on State Street, especially the homeless. I don't want to give them money when I know it's going to something that is not going to benefit them. Drugs and yeah, it's not going to benefit them at all. And alcohol abuse. I'm just creating much more of a problem when I'm giving you to support your habit. So I got some Starbucks you can go to. I don't have cash. I paid through my iPhone, tap it. Bloop. I think that works well for me. Most places here accept electronic pay. So, and I just don't like carrying money. But right now, I need money. I need to literally win the lottery or something because I really, 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 really need a new camera. I want a new camera because I want to make new content, but I also want to see the difference between what's I haven't touched since Photo Plus. I really haven't touched last year a Photo Plus. I haven't touched any new cameras that I consider is compatible. My Micro Four Thirds camera, it doesn't want to work anymore. Like it turns on and everything. I can shoot manually, but when I put on the native adapter lenses, it doesn't want to change the aperture. It just comes up hashtag, and there's no communication between the lenses or the camera. So the firmware or something happened to the camera. I haven't been using it. The battery's been out of it. It just doesn't want to function right. So, and the ISO now is messing up where I could be underexposed. Say I put on ISO 200, and then it shows me through a preview that that's not the exposure is way too high. I'm like, oh come on, it's a mess. So that's why I need a new camera. But I've been trying to do my best to save up for a new camera, but it's not working out. But I guess patience is always key to a lot of these things, and I think for me, patience and having the patience is going to pay itself off in the future. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to get the camera that I could afford. And it has to be better than the A mount system. Okay. It has to be. Because I do love the A mount system. I'm a true A mount fan for Sony. Not a Sony fanboy. I just wanted to state that, like, I kind of want to keep my A mount lenses and adapt them to E mount lenses, which the LAE3 adapter. I don't want the 4. I want the 3 because the 3 works better. And hopefully with the A7 III, if I can get it really cheap, or A6300, I can mount it on the camera, and especially the 18 my Sigma 18 to 35. That's the main reason, because that's my 1-2 go-to lens that I shoot mostly everything on. And sometimes I switch off to the micro lens. But now I have 2 micro lenses. I got micro four thirds lenses that don't want to work on a micro four thirds camera anymore. So I kind of want to use those A mount lenses and the Canon lenses on the E mount too. So that's the best of both worlds. Buy 2 adapters, one for the Canon mount, which is the EF, and then buy one for the A to E mount. So I don't lose or have to sell any of my lenses to anyone, because I don't like to sell my lenses, to be honest. But in the past, I had to financially when I was traveling. I had no choice. But with that said, everyone, it's Wednesday, and my day, I have to work in an hour. I get off at 10. I'm gonna ask Morris and Ramen, can they just prepare a bowl for me? I beat it at 10 o'clock. I'm trying to get out there as early as possible. But I want some ramen. I'm hungry now. I've been I've been starving myself to death all day. This is what I do mostly all day. And I just don't eat anything, and I'm trying to conserve money. But that's the life. I just drink water, and I do take my vitamins. Don't get me wrong. Take my vitamins. I take, blood pressure pills to make sure blood flow into my mind and my brain and my body. And I just post how many steps a day on, kind of like on average, that I walk. So sometimes I get 25,000 steps. Sometimes I get 20,000 steps. Sometimes I get 18,000 steps. But that is equivalent of like 7.7 or 9.1 miles a day that I'm walking back and forth constantly. I don't like to sit on my ass all day. That's why, as a photographer, I try not to make any correction mistakes while I'm shooting. I like to get everything right in camera, so I do less processing in Lightroom. Quick, post it, boom. Make sure I got no spots in my images. I look around. I'm like, okay, no spots. Oh, there's a dirty little spot. I can see it. I use the clone tool to remove it, brush it up, clean it up, post it. That's what I do. I'm trying to have a work schedule. I'm trying to have a schedule where I can do my photography, do the city job, do the outreach, and do some stuff at UW at the same time, but not over. I'm over. I'm overreaching sometimes with myself, where I'm like passing out for like 10, 15 minutes at a time on campus, like, and I wake up like, whoa, wait, it has happened. It has happened quite a bit, and like it's normal, especially on campus. Students do it all the time. Like they get just tired and just nap there for about 30 minutes, and sometimes it works. But I try to get as much sleep as possible as I can. But anyway, I'm gonna have to deal with this individual today. I'm in charge of intake, by the way. So today, I don't want to hear no bullshit, no drama. Talk to the hand and like go away. Talk to the hand. I'm busy. Don't interrupt me when I'm doing intake. I'm in charge. I'm supervising intake. When I work, do not ever. My other colleagues don't do it because they know why? I do a good job. They asked me if I was going to quit or resign. I was like, they don't want me to leave. That's the issue. They don't want me to leave because since I've been working there, a lot of the clients been very on the ones that do understand policy and rules and regulation and guidelines, they understand it because I explained to them as someone that's traveled and used and been out there. Like, I've been out there. Get stuck in the country, you got no place to go, you got to travel across land by foot. So I understand that, but he doesn't because he probably was never in that situation. So, and I think someone like him deserves to be in that situation. So he learns a very respectable and responsibility that just because you have a car or a house or, well, technically, I don't even know why he begs for cigarettes to my colleague when he has money. Why are you begging for cigarettes? That's confusing to me. You have a job. You're begging her for. I digress. I'm just letting you guys know that. So we're work environment, and I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out about it a little bit, but I need you guys. I need your support, guys, because I know I can talk to you guys on here. He doesn't even know that I have a YouTube channel. This is the guys. Go ahead right now and go to Google and type in the Panda Photographer. A whole bunch of stuff comes up about me. School, education, travel, videos, pictures, thumbnails, a whole archive of like at least 4 or 5 pages come up with me. It's like that would have been a smart thing, but he doesn't know, and obviously must not pay attention either because people call me Panda. Like Panda was originally a racist thing they would call me back in Japan, but I took it and made it into something. And now the Panda Photography. That's all you have to do if you want to find out information about me. Just Panda Photography. But then again, I let him do it. I let him find out the hard way. But I love talking to you guys when I'm having these kind of troubles or I want to express some thoughts and get some stuff off my chest. Like now, I wanted to play a video game for at least 30 minutes, Apex Legends, because I got tasks I need to complete because I want to stay on top. I want to be one of the top 1,000 players in the world to stay on top of that game, but I don't even have time for that because I gotta make content for you guys and I want to share what's going on so you guys can take this kind of experience. If you having the same experience at work, we have something in common, and I can share. You can share your problems at work, but never, ever, if you have a problem with a coworker at work, don't take it upon yourself to deal with it on your own. Always document everything, and then at the right time, you share everything and say, "Hey, this has been going on for weeks or a week or two, and I've been saving the documents to share with. Make sure you report it to your supervisor or your director or whatever you work, your boss, and let them know that I need to talk to HR. This is getting out of control. And I thought I could handle it. I thought it was going to go away, you know, but it's not going to go away. Do the right thing. But if you're having the same situation at work, let me know down in the comments down below if you are. And I'm sorry I'm not showing you guys camera gear and stuff like that. I really do apologize. I want to so bad. I really want to get a new camera and just like show it off. Not not that I'm doing what other YouTubers are doing. I just wanted to like I don't know, I have this fantasy where I got the A7 III and I was like all fucking super happy about it. Like had this really crazy dream and then I got in a car accident in that dream. Isn't that something? My dreams always turn out at the end the same results as my other dreams. The car accident. That's why I need to work on my mental state. Like the car my car accident was it hit me hard. It hit my parents hard. It hit everyone hard everywhere. And me disappearing for 6 months in Japan and no one knew where I was kind of like, where the hell did Keiki go? Can't find him. Where is he? Like, we worry. A lot of people still worry to this day. Like, are you doing okay? Are you okay? Like, let me know if you need help. I don't want the help anymore. That's why I really haven't been making video and asking for donations, because sometimes the donation just comes out ransomly. Like, someone will ransom donate $10. I take the $10 and just donate it to Second Harvest, which is a nonprofit organization that helps feed children and families. And it's like, you know what? I got a job, so let me just donate this. So I'll pay it for it. So, some way I gotta do it somehow. I'm sorry if I'm taking your donations and paying it for it, but don't take it personally. I know you got some of you may say, well, we donated to you for the content, but it's like same thing. If I was making content and I was getting all this free stuff now, and I don't know what to do with this free stuff. I either have to sell it or do something about it. So my idea was, if I was ever to get free stuff and I can't, and I don't really mess with all the free stuff that say, like, people send me stuff to review, lenses or whatever, chassis, bodies, stabilizers, and I'm not even using it. What I would do is, this is my idea, I would sell half of it to invest in new gear that you guys request me to review. So that works both ways, full circle. And then give away the other half and do a giveaway. That was always been my dream. It still will be my dream. That's the idea. But, you know, but at some point we'll come along at some point. I just gave up on the subscriber account. Like, I don't care about subscribers anymore. Some people do. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm I'm starting to realize, like, YouTube is not, it's not my friend, it's not my ally. It's a neutral friend that can turn on me at any time. That's how I see YouTube. They can turn this back on me at any time. That's why I have trust issues with YouTube. I don't find 100% loyal to the platform. I'm not loyal to I'm not loyal to the platform in the beginning. I was happy to be a YouTuber at one point years ago, but now I'm kind of dissatisfied with YouTube, and they changing policies every time, and changing this for content creators, and the guidelines is always changing. You can't say this now. You can't implement this. You can't share personal experiences anymore because they flag your video as, oh, this is not content friendly. What, real world experiences are not content friendly? I kind of find that a little bit orthodox. You're violating my human rights there, and this is supposed to be a platform to express concerns and want opinions, and you want answers. Sometimes you don't even have the answers to your own freaking questions, so you ask your audience how to address it. How would you address it? But YouTube doesn't give us that right anymore. It's more like, oh, push you to the side. CNN, what you want to post? Oh, you want to post that gossip about Trump and Ukraine? Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's put that on the trending page. You know what? You should care about that because you guys voted for a president that is not looking out for your best interest. But then again, some people that didn't vote, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't vote for him, don't want to look at that because they already know Trump, you're kind of not the good guy that you claim to be. This is why I don't want to see that stuff on YouTube. I try to even filter, guys, I literally tried to filter it out in the settings. I blocked the channels and they still show me the freaking channels on my freaking page. When you open up YouTube, they post the freaking channels on the homepage, like YouTube. What is wrong with you? I really went there and blocked it out. So, 6,000 huh? What? Oh, Mr. Brown. Holy shit. How you doing, Mr. Brown? Holy, I haven't seen you in my videos in a while. Damn, that's he took it. He took me way back. But anyway, uh yeah, so right now I'm not good day to you, sir. Good day to you. Right now I'm in YouTube, what the TikTok, Photo Plus is I get emails from Photo Plus, but right now I just don't feel comfortable with the platform. But I do feel comfortable sharing this experience with you at work and what's going on at work and what's the process for me posting content. I'm gonna work on some content, but I kind of want to. I need a new crop sensor, at least a 6300, because it's a new sensor. It's newer than the A77 and my other Micro Four Thirds. I kind of want to do more video stuff. So, uh, yeah, I kind of want to do more video and more photos with, you know. But in Madison, people are trying to sell stuff. Let's see here. People are trying to sell stuff for ridiculous price. Like, are you serious trying to sell that Sony A200 camera for like 350? Are you kidding me? I can get that for like 150 used on eBay. Like right now, I'm looking at some ridiculous prices for some Kodak B610 cameras going for $80. Dude, that camera is not worth $80. No, no. Like a Canon Rebel EOS film camera, the guy wants to sell for 150 bucks. I can get that used for about 75 bucks. Like people in Madison just don't know how to price their stuff, and they expect. Oh, and they lie about it too. Oh, I haven't used it much. When you check the actuations on the camera, like, wow, 32,000 actuations. You used this sucker a lot. Um, I'm gonna say no. You don't want to do that to the seller, right? You go meet them and you test it, and you find out the person lied about the actuations and how long they used the camera for. But then again, you have a right to deny the sale and say, no, you misled me. You say you didn't use it much, but this camera has over 20,000 actuations. Like that's a lot of uses. Period. Like, come on, dude. Don't try to rip me off. And then you find out later in the week something's wrong with the camera. So, yeah, it's kind of in trouble some right now in a lot of ways. But, like, and they're not selling really good stuff here in Madison. Everyone's selling the ridiculous. Like, this guy wants to sell a Canon 70D, the first generation, with a 17 to 55 EFS lens for 700 bucks. Mind you, 70D first generation, not the Mark II, the first generation. 700 bucks. If we Google that lens right, if we do Google, let's Google that camera right now. And see here what it says. I could get that camera for $399 used. B&H sells it for $459 because B&H cleans the camera and makes sure it's working very well. I won't buy such a camera like that off of eBay or Craigslist. See, it's just like these other manufacturers, these other stores, B&H and Focus Cameras. They clean the cameras and make sure it's in working condition. Make sure it's. I trust those stores where I can literally rely on the service to say, hey, this camera is working condition. But first generation 70D, no, eat a bag of dicks. Sorry, I'm not selling. I'm not buying that. Like you guys should look at this ridiculous prices on these cameras. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, yeah, I want to sell a Nikon D90 for 350. Nikon D90 for 350? Not a deal. Not a deal for me when I can put an extra $400 and buy a used A6300. Right? To save a little bit more money to get the camera that you need. But yeah, some people are just selling ridiculous stuff too. Like oh, okay, let's see. The Tamron 200 to 400 AF LD zoom lens. This guy wants to sell it for $800. Yeah, It's called the Pateron 200 to 400 AF LD zoom lens for the Nikon mount. Wants to sell for $800. That lens is not worth $800. Sorry, not at this age of time, because that's a very, very old lens. Like, no way. No way. No, I'm not buying that. But anyway, guys. So other than that, guys, I'd like to say thank you. It's been 60 minutes. Is this 60 minutes? This is not the show, 60 minutes, but yeah, it's been 60 minutes. I appreciate you guys listening to me, but I gotta go to work soon. So thank you guys. You guys want to support with the legal stuff? You guys can. PayPal donation link down in the description below. But to help me with that, there's Amazon links. I'll probably update those Amazon links. Two cameras. If you want to buy a camera, you're interested in buying a camera, those are my choices down in the description. But yeah. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. And thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for watching the content. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for even commenting and saying hello or saying out of respect. But I gotta get to work soon. I gotta prepare for the chaos that's going to happen. Yeah, I should drink a beer before I go in. Like, feel a little bit happy, but that's unprofessional. I won't do that. But that's how stressful the job is. Makes you want to like, okay, I need a shot of Toki. Toki is a Japanese whiskey, or Ikibiki, or Yabikaze. One day I spent $50 on an ounce, 1 ounce Yabikaze 18 age whiskey, because the job stressed me so much. I was like, I need something so tasteful and so good that's gonna rock my world, and I'll be okay. And I had that 1 ounce. I was just like sipping it, like no ice cubes, anything, straight 1 ounce. And Chad from the Robin room was like, "Man, something's bothering you. Something's on your mind, man." I was like, "Work. This looks stressful." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." He goes, "Let me buy you a shot." I was like, "I'm already drinking one." So I know. Let me buy you another shot of something else. I was like, "All right, whatever." So I just hope I don't go into this. I hope I don't have another emotional breakdown where I pass out or to like stress or something like that. I don't want that to happen anymore. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. So if you're a photographer and you're watching this, or you're someone, I'd like to say this at the end of my videos: eat, sleep, photography, videography, repeat. I see you guys in the next video. But read what the shade says. No grind, no glory. I'll check you out in the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Guys, take care.